Good afternoon, Valerie Milano here with the Hollywood Times and Aspiring Magazine, and I'm so excited to have our guests here today. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Valerie. I'm Corday and founder of Desert Legends, the legendary women's weekend in Palm Springs. And Lisa B, my
I'm
partner's here today.
ha the other half of whatever this is going on. It's fun stuff. We're enjoying it. DesertLegends.net.
That was super articulate. Okay,
Hi,
hit it, Amy.
hi, I'm Amy McAndrew, and I am the owner and creator of the Starlets, who will get to perform on Saturday, April 5th, and we are so excited.
That's right, ladies. You're in for a treat. So, today we're going to be talking to Amy McAndrew from the Starlets. And let me tell you a little bit about them. Inspired by iconic trailblazers like the Ronettes, the Angels, the Shirelles, and the Supremes, this sensational tribute act will take us on a dazzling journey through the 50s and 60s, a time when pop, doo-wop, R&B, and Motown ruled the airwaves. We're in for a treat, you guys, and this is scheduled for Sunday.
There we go.
This is scheduled for Sunday, April 6th at Hotel Zoso for our Starlet Champagne Brunch. So you guys make sure you have tickets for Sunday for our fantastic brunch. You're going to get brunch and a show. It's going to be an interactive show. So, Amy, we're super excited to have found you. I know you do a lot of different acts, and the Starlets is just one of the groups that you guys do, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, tell us about all the groups that you do.
Sure, yeah. So our company is Sunset Singers, and we are a full entertainment company. We started out with a holiday group called the Sugar Plums years ago, and then over the years, we have just grown a lot. We produce most of our acts in-house. My husband and I are business partners, and then we have a whole team here now at Sunset Singers, and we come up with the concept. We have our arrangers do the arrangements, we have the choreography done, and we basically create the full show, which is great shows for performing arts centers. And then we also do entertainment for events as well. And we have, in addition to the Starlet, we've been a fan of the vintage vibe. So we love those, the music from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. So we have a lot of acts currently that kind of represent those eras.
I
We
know
have
the Sunset Singers is known for your high energy and nostalgia-driven performances. How are you going to select the legends and music that are going to make up your set list for Desert Legends?
Of course. So we listen to a lot of music and do a lot of research when we're deciding on the numbers that we're going to do in our shows. And we want a wide range. So we want to represent some of the big girl groups like the Supremes and the Shirelles, but we also do some of the solo stuff. I get to sing Dusty Springfield, which is really fun. We do an Aretha number. So it's basically songs that we love and we think that the audience would also love. A lot of them will be recognizable. Pretty much all of them will be. So we want to get the audience up on their feet. And also at some point, we want to make them feel some of that nostalgia as well.
So,
Yeah,
how
go
did
ahead.
you guys meet? Jennifer Corday, who is a professional, and you, Amy McAndrew.
I was just scouring the internet, and there they were. And when in curating the weekend, the talent for the weekend, this is a 40, 50 plus weekend for the lesbians in the community and older. Thank you, Lisa B. And 60 plus. And I've always loved this era. And actually, Lisa B is responsible for running into the room when I was playing the demo and going, oh my gosh, we have to have them. I
Thank
love
you,
this.
Lisa.
True
I
story.
love this stuff.
I got
So
happy feet so quickly. I'm so excited for this live event.
you got happy feet. Is that what you said? Yeah.
I got
So
happy feet.
We love the era. And okay, so we have our 70s. We have our 70s night on Friday, our 80s night on Saturday, and this is the Sunday brunch. And we just think it would be a perfect fit. While you're eating brunch, ladies, make sure you got tickets on Sunday. It's called the Starlet Champagne Brunch, and you get brunch, and then the show will be going on. It's an interactive show too. Tell us more about that, Amy. So we actually have two stages for them to move back and forth. So wherever you're sitting, you're going to get a treat. And they also enjoy playing with the crowd. Is that right, Amy? Tell us more about that.
We do. We're not shy at all, and we hope you aren't either, because you may be brought up on stage or we may have you sing along. We introduce ourselves and talk about ourselves, and we like to get to know our audience a little bit too. So there's some really fun audience interaction with that. And we love if people get on their feet and dance as well.
Awesome. Go ahead, Val. You got some more.
Yes, and what do you hope that the audience will take away from the show?
I think that this show is really amazing because although the music is from the 50s and 60s, this kind of music brings people together. Whether they heard it, their parents were playing it, their grandparents were playing it, or they grew up with it. It's just music that I feel like unites everyone. And I love the idea of what you're presenting that weekend and having these three strong, talented ladies perform together. I think just represents exactly what you're trying to do with the weekend.
What's the
Oh,
most challenging part of bringing these legendary voices? Is it like the changing of the clothes, the microphones? What happens there?
I think the most challenging part is realizing that these singers were so iconic and we're never going to imitate them ever. It's our own interpretations of the songs. And so I think that just keeping it real to us, but also paying homage to those amazing groups and singers from that era.
so you're in three-part harmony. So it's three girls in costume, ladies, is what you can expect. All fantastic vocalists. Can you tell us a little bit about the women performing and your backgrounds as singers and how good you are?
Sure. We've been performing together for a while now. And the great part about our show is that everybody is a soloist, but everybody backs one another up. So we let, the ladies take their chance in the spotlight while we do backups, and then we switch. Some of our songs are in three-part harmony. So we're all singing, working on that blend and singing together. And it's so much about the fun that we have on stage and together. And I'm really lucky because within our company, we have so many amazing singers. And with those amazing singers, they know other singers. So a lot of the people that are the singers that are cast in our shows are through referrals. Let's say the great thing about our shows is we have singers that do each show, but all of our singers are full-time professional singers. So sometimes they'll go on tour, or sometimes they'll be traveling and doing another show, and then they'll come back and join us again. So it's one of those relationships that's really great, and we have a blast.
Now, Val touched on the costumes, but tell us about that.
Yes. So one of the things about the costumes is that we try to represent the era. We add our own little spin on it. So we have three costumes for this show. I hope I'm not taking the surprise out of it. But yeah, so we represent several styles of those eras, but with a little bit of a modern flair to it as well.
Yeah, these boots are made for walking. Looks like a lot of fun. Can you tell us about some of the singles, some of the songs, some of your favorite songs?
Absolutely. I would have to say that These Boots Are Made for Walking are probably one of my favorite songs to do. It's such an iconic song, and it's just really fun, and the outfit is just it's probably my favorite. We have most of
Yeah.
our costumes are designed by our costume designer, and then she custom designs them for each lady, so everybody feels good in their costume, and yeah, it's really fun. And then the Supremes, we do a Supremes medley, which people love. Those songs are so classic and a lot of fun. So we have a good time with that. And then there's some audience participation songs that I don't even want to say because I want it to be a surprise.
Yeah.
But one
Okay.
specifically where I may bring a friend from the audience on stage, and it's one of my favorites. It's a blast. So I hope that everybody likes it as much as has as much fun watching it as we do performing it.
What about, I know we keep touching on this costume idea. Have you had any, I don't, okay, can you share a behind the scenes moment or a funny, meaningful story from rehearsals or past shows? Any like wardrobe malfunction or any funny story?
Yes. So we have a couple of wardrobe things just because you can rehearse as much as you want, but sometimes things just don't always work out perfectly. So we do have a quick change that we do backstage, and one of our singers is it's particularly quick. So there have been times where she hasn't quite made it out on stage in time, or one time my dress was not zipped all the way in the back and it was starting to come down. And so with the choreography, one of the other ladies just came on up to me and just kept it going with the zipper going up. You
Yeah.
never know. It's live theater, live performance.
I love it. That's a good one, Val. That was a great question. Now, my friend wanted to know, have you seen any of these artists in real life? Probably you're so young. Did have any of these iconic, did you have the opportunity to do that? Or it was more your parents' era?
I wish I had been able to see some of these
Yeah.
performers when they're performing. I have not been able to. I did get to see Smokey Robinson perform live, and he obviously is from that era. So we got to produce an opening act for one of his shows a couple years ago, and after the opening act, we got to watch him perform, and it was amazing. That energy, I think at the time he was almost 80. The energy was just wild. And
Wow.
it goes to show that we've come so far with technology and making voices sound a certain way when they're amplified. But looking back at these performers, like they just came from pure raw talent and charisma. And that is so exciting to watch.
Right, there wasn't any pitch corrector and stuff back in the day. It's so true. Nowadays, yeah, it's so canned.
Yeah, it's actually wild. We talk about this in the show, but Ronnie Bennett, who is the lead singer, obviously, and when she recorded Be My Baby, she did all of the background vocals for that as well. So they brought her into the studio. She did the lead, she did the background vocals, and it took 3 days for her to record everything. Whereas now somebody would come into the studio and maybe they could make some changes quickly, but back then it was a lot.
So
Wow.
what's on your agenda? What's next for Sunset Singers after Desert Legends 2025? Any upcoming projects or expansions?
So we actually are so upcoming, we have several tours that are coming up for some of our acts. Our guy group, The Suits, they do Motown, doo-wop, pop, and rock from the 50s through the 80s. And they'll be going on tour starting in the fall across Canada, actually, and the US. So that's really exciting. And the fun thing about our company is that in addition to these performing arts center shows, we also do a lot of event entertainment. So we are currently working on a new Moulin Rouge themed show. We recently did a big James Bond themed event. Doing those custom events and performances is something that I really enjoy. And a lot of times out of those, we'll create a show potentially that tours. We have a brand new vintage style band with multiple singers and a full band that does music from the 20s through the 60s. So it could be Gatsby themed, it could be big band themed. We have a lot in the works.
How fun. Never ending creativity. Yes. For now, you guys, they have the Starlets, the Sugar Plums, the Suits, the Hollywood Dolls, the Sweethearts, the
Yep.
Dreams. And these are all, yeah, tributes to different eras. We definitely want to have you back again in our future years to do maybe some of those others. But we picked up the Starlets. So Lisa, tell me, why do you love this era, Lisa B?
Ooh, funny. I get happy feet when I hear this kind of music from the mostly the 60s. It's just really, there's a vibe to it. There's it's soulful. It just resonates with me and gets my feet up and popping and dancing. And I'm curious why, Amy, where you found your inspiration from. Was it your mom, your dad? Did they take you to a dance class? What happened that inspired you to become the person you are today, doing what
Oh,
you're
that's a
doing?
great question. My parents actually met doing community theater. And so, ever since I was a little girl, I was introduced to musical theater, and that's where I got my start. And they had music playing all the time, but it was so eclectic. One morning, they would wake us up with Motown, and then the next morning, they would wake us up with opera. So, I was exposed to different types of music, which is really great because I still love to listen to and perform all different types of music.
Yeah, no wonder you're so versatile. Right.
But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. And coming from a background like that, I knew that I always wanted to be a performer. And I also always dreamed of having my own business as well. We started out small and we've been growing, and it's really exciting.
Awesome.
How can our readers and our viewers find you? Website, social media, what?
Absolutely. So readers can find us on social media at Sunset Singers. We have lots of footage from events on there and photos, and a lot of our acts are featured in different moments. So it's very eclectic in terms of that. And we also have our website, of course, which is sunsetsingers.com. And of course, if you're on Facebook, it's also at Sunset Singers.
And we're the Hollywood Times today and aspiringmagazine.com, and our YouTube channel's the Hollywood Times Official. And I'm going to let Lisa and Corday tell us about the Desert Legends and how to get in touch with us there.
Absolutely. Girls, get your tickets now. You don't want to miss this show. This is the finale on Sunday morning, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., 10 to 1. You don't want to miss it. 10, we'll start seating for the brunch. Show starts at 10:30. And tickets are available now and selling. This will sell out. We can only hold so many in this room. So 2 stages. So wherever you sit, you're going to get a view. And then the girls might also come out and get on little go-go boxes. So you're going to have a fun, interactive show with the Starlets. Your first glass of champagne, you get your first free mimosa. It's the Coachella brunch, which is fantastic, from Hotel Zoso in the heart of Palm Springs. Make sure you go desertlegends.net, hit the Get Tickets link, and make sure you're in there.
See you there.
Okay, hey, I'm gonna share a little. Let me see. Does this show here on our?
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, here is the website and the different acts, as you can see. Sunset Singers, if you want to check it out. All the tributes to different eras. We are going to have the Starlets, 50s and 60s. And you're in for a real treat. 50s and 60s Gold Group and Motown.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Amy. We can't wait to see the show.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank
we are so
you.
excited. Get your tickets. We can't wait to see you there.
Great.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Amy.
Do you want me? Hi, I'm Amy McAndrew, and I am the creator and owner of Sunset Singers, which produces the Starlets. The Starlets are going to be performing on Sunday, April 6th, and we are so excited. We cannot wait.
The Starlets, that's right, performing Sunday, April 6th at Desert Legends at Hotel Zoso for our Starlet Champagne Brunch. Make sure you get tickets, ladies. You do not want to miss this. You're in for a treat today as we interview Amy McAndrew from the Starlets. Thanks for being with us.